I talk to at least a dozen dealers a week, and they all say the same thing, that the money's made in the acquisition. So the million-dollar question is, how do we buy cars better? So my name's Windust. I'm with VettX, and we help dealers cut out the middlemen and buy inventory straight from the source, from the private sellers. And so, I talk to at least a dozen dealers a week, and they all say the same thing, that the money's made in the acquisition. So the million-dollar question is, how do we buy cars better? At our dealership, we asked ourselves that question, and we tried to answer it. We incentivized our sales staff to buy cars. We put a big sign out front that said, "We pay more than CarMax." We tried every inbound lead tool that you could possibly imagine, and they all led to just a handful of acquisitions every month, and it wasn't enough for us. And then it hit us. We're sitting on a gold mine of private sellers that have taken the time to list their cars for sale in our backyard. So with that opportunity, we decided to get after it, right? We went all in. We hired staff, we dedicated the people, we built out processes, and it worked, kinda. We bought more cars than ever before, but it still wasn't enough. And we knew that if we could solve the obstacles and inefficiencies that we were faced with in that process, that we'd be unstoppable. And so we went all in on solving that problem. We built a software that does exactly that. We shared it with dealers across the nation. We were extremely successful. They were extremely successful. And so over the last year, we tracked the numbers and the results. The results are in. The cars purchased on VettX had an average $2,327 back of book. They had a 59% higher front-end gross. They had a 45% higher back-end gross, and a 19% decrease in recon costs. So it's clear that these are better cars and that we want to buy them, but it's difficult to do it. The good news is that we've taken the time to do this, and we built a software that makes it easy. If you come to booth 8445, we'll show you how to revolutionize the way you buy cars.
So do you want to give us a little insight into the way the software works more specifically?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a wealth of opportunity on private party marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and a bunch of others. But it's difficult to communicate with those sellers at scale, and it's difficult to filter out the junk that you don't want to see. So the software aggregates these opportunities and then filters out the junk and makes it easy to communicate with these sellers and make the right buying decision.
So the dealer remains the individual or the party communicating with the customers. You guys are just scraping the data, putting it together in a clean interface for us.
Yes, sir. We actually, when we started the company, we tried to do it as a service and use the system ourselves and set the appointments for the dealers. And then a few years ago, we went all in on training our dealers how to do it, and we've been much more successful with that. So it is the dealer that does the communication.
So does the dealer set up a shopping list or something like that so that it actually filters the...
Yeah, they actually can. So they set their initial filters, and then they set what we call saved searches, and we train them to prioritize the highest they've searched first. So for most dealers, that's the CPO, right? The retail units that they want to put on the front lines. But if we can make money on the car, even in wholesale, then we want to buy it. So they kind of go in order of importance from that shopping list.
So does it book the car too?
It does, yeah. We have integrations with KBB, Manheim. There's a V-Auto integration and a DMS integration as well.
So obviously you're at a new car dealer franchise, independently as like just a used car, looking at that as an independent business. Are you working with new car dealers in particular, or are you working with a lot of independents as well?
We work with new car dealers, mostly new car dealers, but independents and even some wholesalers.
Take a Ford dealer, for instance. I mean, how do you help a Ford dealer, really attack, the Ford market?
We help them get all the best Fords in their market and meet all the Ford sellers, the Ford customers that we want to meet, engage, and have come into our dealership.
Great.
That's it. Thank you.